Hi. Howdy, hello. Welcome to the Fit and Free Show with ZGALA, the Art Angel, Anti-Angel. That's me. I'm getting a message I had to look at. I'm in the office, as usual, working too hard at not working too hard or something like that. And thought I'd do a quick little body check, maybe some midsection stretching because I'm feeling a little bit stagnant or just a little bit of painsy in here and over here. I guess I don't know what's going on, but usually when that happens, I find the best thing to do is to stretch a little bit, move it around a little bit. I'm going to swing it back, swing it up, maybe swing it side to side a little bit. And let's swan dive forward a little bit. Maybe all the way down, or maybe somewhere on the legs. And just relaxing the belly. I don't know if you can see that, but there's this shift that happens from like reaching where the belly is pulled up to really just relaxing the belly and letting that body fold or drape down, letting gravity do some unwinding. I'm going to roll up, pushing from the bottoms of the feet, just checking in with that midsection. Breathing in and just leaning back into that a little bit. Breathing in and coming into that half fold. Breathing in and exhaling into a full fold. Still trying to relax that belly. Feel a lot of that tension in there. I'm going to bend the knees, swing the arms back. Come into that back bend a different way, pushing the hips forward. Breathing in, coming to an upright and coming to that half fold. Running into my thing over here. It's messing up my alignment, but breathing in. And again, forward fold. Just letting go of the head and neck, letting go of the belly. Letting go of the shoulders and the back. I'm going to bend the knees and come down into that squat position and just rounding the spine, maybe giving a hug, really pulling those shoulder blades apart, tucking the chin, tucking the tailbone, trying to push those heels down. Just taking a couple deep breaths or a breath or two there. Feeling the ribs expand in that stretch position, and then I'm gonna lift the hips, keeping the head down, coming into that forward fold. I'm gonna do that again, bending the knees, coming into a squat position, just rounding the spine, kind of pulling. This time I'm flexing the spine back and using my arms on my knees. Kind of help pull, because again I'm feeling some tension in there. I'm trying to move through and lifting the hips, relaxing the head and neck. Let's roll up, pushing again from the bottoms of the feet through the spine, stomping that out. I don't know if you can hear that very loud computer over there. It's trying to shut itself down or go to sleep, but it's not very quiet about it. Reminds me of me when I was 3. Let's do a little bit of balancing and checking in with the, actually let's do some checking in with the hips a little bit more before we get to that balancing, because that could be what's causing this center line pain. So coming into a straddle position, putting hands on hips, I'm just going to do what I call hip dips, which gives a nice inner thigh stretch for me, but you might feel it somewhere differently if you're trying that at home. And you can see from my hands on those hips that they're dipping on one side and dipping on the other side. It's kind of the upper body swaying with that, but the lower body is staying relatively balanced on both legs and really just tipping that stretch. There's a little weight shifting going on there. But for contrast, I'm going to bring the legs back together and the feet about hip width apart. So find those hip bones and then hips right, or feet right about under those hip bones. And again, putting the hands on those hip bones, bending the knees a little bit. I'm going to go side to side and try to keep weight even on those feet and try to keep these hip bones parallel to the floor. So not tipping, but just kind of gliding over side to side. For me, that brings a stretch over into the back around where the pelvis meets the sacrum, called the sacroiliac joint or SI joint, which is where I suspect that I might have something misaligned. So this could feel bad or good, or and again, make sure you listen to your own body. For me, it's just a nice stretch right now. If you have any trouble with this, try remembering to bend your knees a little bit. I got a pretty good bend in my knees to do that. And then let's do a third hip stretch, bringing the feet closer together and carefully, because if you got any hip issues, this could be bad, but I'm just pushing, and I could really pick up one weight. I don't know if you heard that little click, but sometimes that helps. Now, again, you have to be careful. You don't want to click anything right out of alignment, so make sure you listen to your own body and know your own body. This is one I do fairly often, so I'm comfortable and know where that is, and I also like to basically move that butt around, because that helps it stretch both the glute or the butt muscles and move that sacrum around and stretch this hip joint. And again, carefully, you want to really, especially going into and out of this, be mindful and careful, and you don't want to overstretch this, especially if you already have some issues with the hip. So know and listen to your own body. For me, this feels good, especially when I'm having this low back pain that I'm experiencing at the moment. Just stretching it all out, trying to stretch it evenly. That's another clue or cue or key. If you are experiencing pain, a lot of times our tendency is to stretch wherever we're having pain. A lot of times that wherever we're having pain is already being overstretched or overworked because of compensating for a weakness on the other side. It's probably the most common. It's not the only cause of pain by any means, but it is one of the most common, at least. And so continuously stretching something that hurts while not stretching the other side that might be, you might have something that's tight in an area that your body has basically gone numb to, while something else is crying out because it's basically trying to compensate for that. So all of that ramble put on the table, that's why I like to try to do a well-rounded, well-balanced stretching, whatever I'm doing. It just makes sense to try to stretch the two sides as evenly as possible. Of course, it's not always possible, but that's what I aim for. So speaking of that, let's do a little stretching of the arms, even though it's my legs that are speaking to me, because in the spirit of what I was just saying, sometimes it's an imbalance in a different part of the body that our body is compensating for. So I'm going to bring this arm across and wiggle that shoulder around. I do have a lot of tension in those arms, a lot of ka-chunking. And again, it's just a good idea to move energy, especially if it's stagnant energy, through the whole body and hopefully out of the body. So bringing that other arm across and moving that around. Heavens, that computer is awful loud over there. Try to let go of some stress. Breathe and smile a little bit. Swing those back. Maybe give those arms a little bit of swinging. I'm gonna do a little bit of checking in with these little hand bones and come over here closer to you and say, thanks for stopping by today. Thanks for being you. Let me be me. Let's go the other way if you're following along. Thanks if you like and subscribe. That helps me out a lot. Shake that out a little bit. Check out the description if you want to connect with me or support me. Check out my books on Amazon. I got some music on Reverb Nation. And I'm looking over there at lots of things I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm going to get to it before I go to practice. I'm pointing at my guitar, but actually taking a different guitar. I'm lucky like that. I hope you're feeling lucky too. Hope you're feeling grateful to be you. I'm feeling grateful to be me. I hope you are getting more fit so you can be more free. Till next time, ciao for now.